When buying an etrog, one of the most important things is to know that it's not murkav. It's not made of etrog together with lemons. When they grow the etrog, sometimes they, in order for the etrog to grow nicer and better, and in order to hold stronger, they put also seeds of lemon in there, and that gives the etrog strength. And this is something that the poskim agreed that is completely pasul for different reasons. The Levush said two reasons. The Levush explained that the reason it's pasul is because etrog that has that lemon in there is considered a lemon and not the etrog, and therefore it's pasul. Also because putting lemon together with etrog or any two fruits, combining them, that's vera of kilaim. One is not allowed to do such a thing. Therefore, such a etrog would be pasul. The Al-Shekha said that the reason is because the Torah said one should have etrog and not half etrog. Once you have over there lemon as well, it becomes half etrog, not etrog, complete etrog. Also another reason is because maybe you can consider this chaser, the Al-Shekh says. It's missing. So it's missing from the etrog itself. It needs to be 100% etrog and nothing else. So this is a etrog. Actually, this is a etrog temani that has a cheskat kashrut that we know that is kosher, and we're going to see what are the simanim of the etrog to know the difference between etrog and a lemon. This is a lemon, this is a etrog. You have two different things, but there are different simanim, different signs in them that one can recognize from those simanim the difference between the two. One of the simanim is etrog has what we call blitot. It's not smooth. It's very rough. So you can see how rough it is over here. It's all over very rough. Not every etrog is this rough. This is etrog temani, so it has that extra feeling of not being smooth. A lemon, on the other hand, is very smooth. So you have over here very big difference between the two. Another difference between the etrog and the lemon where it's connected to the tree, this is what we call a oketz over here. This is a oketz. This goes outward, as we can see over here. It goes out, it doesn't go inside. Etrog, the oketz goes inward. It goes inside the etrog, and therefore that's another siman of a difference between etrog and a lemon. A lemon that would be combined with the etrog would be missing some of those simanim and would look a little bit more like a lemon. Another difference between the two would be a lemon, the peel of the lemon is very, very thin. So when you cut, you'll see that the outer peel of the lemon isn't thick at all. Masha'enken, by a etrog, you'll see that it has a very thick layer, what we call a peel. It's part of the etrog, but that is, the etrog has that part before it goes into the actual inside of the etrog, and it's very thick, and that is another difference between the etrog and the lemon. And another fourth difference between the two is the way the pits sit in the lemon and in the etrog. In the lemon, they would go to the width. In the etrog, they would go to the length. So now we'll cut them and we'll see those two differences. When we cut the lemon first, we see very clearly a very thin layer of the peel. It's thin. That is one difference. And also the pits over here are sitting to the width, not to the length. We can clearly see how it is to the width and not to the length. When we cut to the etrog, we can see a very thick layer of the peel. That is what we call the peel, although it's part of the etrog. That's the basar of the etrog. But that is what we would call the peel. And it is thick. And now you can very clearly see that the way they sit over here, the pits are to the length and not to the width. you can see when you open them how they sit to the length and not to the width. Here's another one over here. So that will be a siman between the etrog and the lemon. So again, we have 4 simanim. One siman is the roughness of the etrog. The lemon is very thin. Second siman is the peel itself very thin compared to very thick. A third siman would be the oketz, where it's connected to the branch, comes outward. In the etrog, we can clearly see it comes inward. Another siman is the pits going upward in the etrog, and in the lemon, they will go to the side. Now, what should a person do when he buys such a thing? He can't open it, he can't find out, he can't just open and then use it. He needs to have it completely sealed on the Chag. So what should we do? So the Khatam Sofer says that one should rely on buying from somebody that we know his pardes, his place is completely kosher. If you're buying from somebody reliable that has a chazakah, just like ofot teorim, we can't eat any food, any birds, if we don't have a mesorah, which means we know that this bird is something that we ate in mesorah, although it has all the simanim of kashrut, that bird, but we're not going to rely on this unless there's a mesorah, there's a chazakah on the thing, we know that this is what it is. Also by etrog, says the Khatam Sofer, one needs to rely on the person that's selling it to you. You need to know where it came from. Now, etrog temanim, many poskim said that it's the most reliable, as Chazon Ish said, Cham Ovadia says, but there are many other etrogim and many other pardesim that are also have a chazakah. If a person knows where he's buying from, even if the simanim didn't match, it's still kosher. You have in the Mishnah Berurah, he brings down from the Bikurei Yaakov that if the simanim don't match, don't worry about it, because many times he opened the etrog and he saw that the simanim didn't match. So if you don't have any way to find out and you really can't find any place that you know, so you're going to have to rely on the simanim. But lechatchila, a person must buy from somebody that he knows that this is kosher.